This week on Gone Wild Outdoors.
Dude, this is ridiculous. It's 7 degrees. Just had a great time out here. Anytime you hunt in the Midwest early in the season, there's a chance of cold temperatures and possibly snow. Well, I got to the airport early, and sure enough, our flights were delayed because of a storm front that had pushed through. Later that evening, we ended up getting a flight out, and sure enough, when I got to Omaha, there was snow on the ground. What a difference in the blind from being in Florida that first morning. There was snow on the ground, 7-degree temperatures, but the birds were still gobbling. All right, we finally made it out to Nebraska after 2 days of trying to get out here. We had a lot of unexpected snow, so the airports have been really delayed. But I got out here, it's the second day of the season, my first day. So we're set up about 100 yards off the roost. So we're gonna get ready. It's 7 degrees out. It's the coldest I've ever hunted turkeys. We got snow on the ground, but it's not stopping them from gobbling, so they should work by. Let's see what happens.
This is ridiculous. It's 7 degrees, like I said earlier. The bird's on the ground. I can see him strutting back and forth. So, but it's bitter out here. I'm gonna try to get it done.
You've got a tough choice. Do you shoot Mr. Big Daddy or shoot Mr. Freak Nasty? Do you shoot the mind-blowing, industry-leading carbon spider or shoot the heart-pounding, high-performance aluminum factor? So which one do you shoot? 2 choices, 2 right answers. Lucky you.
By mid-morning, the birds had shut down. We couldn't get them to do anything, so we went ahead and headed over to a new property.
We just had to move to another. We had to move to another location from this morning, about 5 miles down the road. The farm that we were at, the farmer had to come in and put hay and feed out for the cattle. So we ran up the road and ended up finding a bunch of longbeards. So we snuck in here, got the blind set up. We just had one come in, but he held up about 22 yards. And there's more starting to work this way, so we're gonna hang in here and give this spot a shot for a couple more hours. Maybe this time it'll pay off. Something's going on.
These birds moved to our right, so we shifted the blind anticipating them to come in. Before I could get the decoys moved, here come 4 gobblers from the left. Mark and I start shifting stuff around so I can try to sneak an arrow out. You know, mind you, these birds are only 3 yards away. After all that, I shot just to the left of that turkey's neck. Literally between the decoy's head and the turkey's neck, and just got feathers, but no bird. All these birds have now worked to the right side of the blind, almost behind us, trying to get across to the other side of the farm. I quickly grab another arrow to switch it out so I can try to do a body shot on them.
Well, that was a bit of a rodeo. Mark and I were in the middle of just moving the blind around. We just were spinning it because all the birds kept coming up to the right side. We just spun the blind. Birds came out on the road and a truck came and spooked them all back. Next thing you know, it was 3 of them 4 gobblers came in to our decoys. Well, we didn't have time to move the decoys. And they were 3 yards outside of the blind. So, Mark and I switched places while the one gobbler was mounting the decoy. And anyways, I got a shot off, but it was hurried and wasn't a good shot. I was trying to put the bullhead on him. So, anyways, all the birds started coming back, and they've just been hanging out away from the blind, so just put a body shot on the one. He's laying over there dead. So anyways, it's been a little chaotic. It's been fun though. There's so many gobblers in this little spot, so it's made it kind of difficult. You would think that many gobblers it wouldn't be, but it's been tough. So we're going to go out shortly and recover this bird. We're going to let the other birds move off and settle down. So anyways, thankful to get my Miriam it's bird 2 towards the Royal Slam in One Spring. So it's progress, and I gotta thank Mark for having me out here again. We always have a good time out here in Nebraska. And while I'm talking, there's some gobblers out there fighting. But okay, good hunt.
After an hour sitting there, these birds start working back in, and now there's a true possibility I might be able to take a second bird.
Here he is, right here, right here. Right here in front.
Now, having these birds at 3 or 4 yards, I'm sure you're sitting there saying, you know, shoot, shoot, why didn't he shoot? Well, I'm at full draw, and their little heads are bouncing around, and my pin's just trying to follow them, and I can't decide, 1, which one to shoot. 2, they won't stay still long enough for me to squeeze off on the release, and sure enough, I blow it. I don't take the shot, and I royally screwed up. I had a great opportunity, and I didn't take it. So now I'm really frustrated at myself. After a few minutes, we caught a break. I looked out of the corner of the blind, and here come 3 gobblers from our left-hand side. One of the 3 saw the decoys and was locked on and passed in front of the blind at 2.5 yards.
chew bubble gum and kill turkeys. Well, we're all out of bubble gum. Sweet. Almost a decap and got him pretty good. While the rest of the birds are already worked over. Pretty pumped about that one. Thanks, Mark. Man. A big bird just landed in that tree up there. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's a hawk. That was the last group of gobblers that just came across the road. Man. I just put the bullhead on him. I don't think I didn't get a complete decapitation, but his neck's pretty severed. I'm pretty pumped about that one. Thanks, Mark. Didn't know what was gonna happen, but it worked out. Excited. We're gonna sit here and let him work off, so.
To come out to Nebraska under these conditions and bow hunt turkeys and fill 2 of my tags, I was pretty stoked. I couldn't wait to get out of the blind and get my hands on them.
That's a heavy bird right there. Almost. Did some damage. A pretty bird. Good full fan. Short beard, but it's okay. Short spurs, good 2-year-old. But I'm happy with him. Good Miriams. So let's go look at the other one real quick so we can get out of here. We want to save the spot. This other one we shot right here, and he's up underneath this tree. But we still got birds, so.
The birds all went to roost, and we were able to go ahead and recover these and get them set up. And what a great hunt today. Second day of the Nebraska turkey season, and my first day out here. But what a special hunt. Got to share it with Mark. We have a few more tags we're going to keep on trying to fill, and just a great hunt. Very blessed. Got to thank God for this hunt, and thank Mark once again for hunting with me, and appreciate all his help. Just had a great time out here.
The Coroner's Report was brought to you by Real Avid, makers of the Turkey Tool. Be sure to check us out on Facebook and Twitter, or check us out online at gonewildoutdoors.com.